I got something to show you. Your fan mail. Houses lost in landslides, flash floods, lightning strikes, acts of God.
Failed brakes. Didn't you mention a drink?
Yep.
Is this your father?
Yeah. Aren't you going to read the letters?
No. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking class action.
I am.
Give me nightmares. I don't want a class action.
Do you want to go to the balcony?
Yes. If I get down with my boat, that's one thing. But I don't want to take some poor bugger down with me. Okay?
Why did you give up law?
Because I was good at it. My father was a lawyer, his father was a lawyer, and I was expected to become a lawyer. It's like being born a sheep or a moth. It's not much of a life, you know, when you can't call your soul your own.
Are you a good fisherman?
I was a much better lawyer, but a happier fisherman. I hated it. I mean, the average punter goes to court expecting a little justice because some bastard stole his lawnmower. What does he see? Some supercilious toads talking gibberish, the sole purpose of which is to make him feel guilty and the guilty look innocent. It's the world turned upside down. I wouldn't drag anybody through that system just to see them squashed at the end, and I'm certainly not going to do it to myself.
Did you ever think the law delivered perfect justice?
Of course not. The most you can expect is to do a little good.
I should warn you I have a brown belt in jiu-jitsu and could very easily throw you onto the roof. Read some of the letters. Meet some of the people.
You're making a mistake. I'll win this.
Nevertheless, we don't want to make a martyr of this man. I'm instructing you, Jerry. Excuse me.
Oh, this is great. Thank you.
And good luck.
We just need about a week.
It's okay.
I'm only doing this for you, you know.
Yes, you're only doing it for me.
Mr. Myers. It was a mudslide. They said it wasn't our fault, but they wouldn't pay anyway. They said it was an act of God.
Afterwards.
Oh, yes.
I said the water has to come from above. Otherwise, it's not a flood. But how can a flood come from above?
It was humiliating. They treated us like criminals. You say, how can this be right? And they make you feel like you're trying to cheat them.
Они сволочи.
What'd you say?
Not very nice people.
Hello? No, why would I know where he is? Really? What now? Yeah, well, I'll tell him if I see him. Jerry Ryan wants you to meet with him.
It's all right. Let's go.
No, I'm not coming.
Come on, I need a witness. Let's go.
I don't think they let women in here.
Don't be ridiculous.
We don't have women here as a rule. Never mind, the camels moan, the caravan moves on. I was hoping to meet with Mr. Myers alone.
I invited Miss Redmond. Is that all right?
Of course. Regular Bonnie and Clyde, aren't you? My clients have instructed me to offer settlement, Mr. Myers, full replacement value of the boat, and you will cease all proceedings.
How much?
Oh, considerable. It'll set you up nicely, no doubt. Unless you're planning to give it to the homeless.
What if there were other plaintiffs?
There are no other plaintiffs, unless you choose to generate them. There is an undertaking that you will cease all proceedings, either in the press or in the court. Jointly or separately. Just sign here and here and there.
I'll need some time to think about it.
It's on the table now.
Can I just have a little look? Thank you.
How much is it for?
$160,000 is the valuation. I suppose many people would say good luck to you. In the world of dog-eat-dog, you saw a dog. And clever. Embarrassed the churches into paying for you, the churches being the only people with conscience enough to be embarrassed. It is a generous offer, Mr. Myers. Personally, I'd be delighted if you refuse. Would you excuse me for a moment?
Let's go. You're not seriously thinking about that, are you? What about all the other people?
I didn't promise anything.
Oh, well, silly me. Right. Well, it's not as if you're trying to set some precedent for humanity or anything, is it?
Precisely. I'm not.
He accepts.
Of course he does. 160,000 for the boat and 200 for the story Ms. Redmond has doubtless organized with the TV network. Congratulations. It's a brilliant scam.
All done?
Yep.
Explain to me how you could do what you just did.
Oh, it was really easy. I just told him. I said, I'll take the money in dollar coins so I can ram them up your ass one at a time. It's true. And you thought I would take the money. How could you?
I did.
Yes, this is a class action. About 120 so far.
What are you after, Mr. Myers? Some kind of moral victory?
Yes, I would prefer it to be moral if possible.
Do you have lawyers?
Yes, me. I'm a lawyer. This isn't a benefit for the legal profession.
Who's picking up the bill?
You are, and anyone else who wants to contribute to the fighting fund.
So this is some kind of political mass campaign?
This is a legal action, a strangely affordable one. Before this, these people will keep you in court until you're old, frail, sick, dead, whatever comes first. But you're stuffed anyway. Now at least you have a fighting chance.
That's ridiculous. Anyway, here's the church's problem.
You think so? If he wins and they lose, who do you think the churches are going to come after?
What do we do then?
Nothing much. Just prove God exists.
Huh?
As the suit against God gathers momentum, religious groups around the country are gathering to make their voices heard.
With some experts predicting that if the action is successful, the consequences will be profound, not only for the church, but for the global insurance industry.
In these most troubling and perplexing times, may you bring to those of us who are your humble servants.
What are the others doing about it? They're all praying. They should be praying for better lawyers.
We are looking at almost 800 co-plaintiffs and a final payout of $550 million.
There has, however, been a backlash against the outspoken Mr. Myers from conservative Christian groups who are urging their followers to peacefully protest against him and his supporters.
On był Bogiem i żąda ogromnego odszkodowania. W czasie silnego sztormu łódź rybacka należąca do Steve'a Myersa została uderzona wywołaniem atmosferycznym i w rezultacie tego zatonęła. Kompania ubezpieczeniowa zrzekła się wszelkiej odpowiedzialności, winiąc za to przypadek losowy. Steve Myers postanowił wytoczyć proces Bogu, a ściślej mówiąc jego przedstawicielom Sydney, to znaczy kościołowi.
These people are just not reaching my calls. Is there anyone else I can move?
Oh, I've no idea. Look, could you give me 10 minutes and I'll try and think of somebody.
See, I found something here that I think will help.
Jill, hold that thought. I promise I'll get back to you.
That you wanted, I think it's
I can't ask her. She knows all the names, all the people. Oh my God, who ordered this? Quiet! I need help.
Forget it.
How can I forget it? The people depended on me.
You're dead right there are.
Did you mention a drink, by the way?
You know, you could have stayed down in that little town, made a perfectly good living from, I don't know, drafting or conveyancing, but oh no, not you. No. Oh, you're too good for the law. Instead, you become a bloody fisherman like some creeping Jesus, for Christ's sake.
Wasn't Jesus a carpenter?
And then the prodigal son